Happy St. Patrick's Day, everybody. Welcome to KO Bets, the show where we discuss betting strategies for upcoming UFC events. Forgive me, I'm Irish. My name is Bill, and I'm here to help you make some money, maybe give you some entertainment this evening. Tonight we're going to be discussing, we've got UFC 286, we got Usman taking on Edwards for the third time in their career. What else? We got trending topics. There's like March Madness. Maybe we'll look at some live lines, but kind of want to get through the show. We are, in this spirit of the holiday, we are enjoying a Guinness tonight. There's that video of Connor. He's like, it's called to be below the, what is that? The logo. Cheers. Happy St. Patrick's Day. I thought I spilled. Before we get started, please like the video, subscribe to the channel. I appreciate the support. I'm going to take this off. It's a little distracting. We do have a championship belt on the line tomorrow. I got an NFT update, right? That's the first thing on the schedule here. We're at 62 subscribers. Upon hitting 100 subscribers, we're going to do another NFT giveaway. So we're over halfway there. In order to qualify, it helps if you subscribe. So subscribe to the channel, and then I'll probably do that giveaway live on YouTube at some point. First things first, we've got our UFC recap. We got to see what the hell happened last week. By the way, I've got my Twitter here in the bottom corner. If you give me a follow on there, I typically, my apologies, let's pull this up. I'll post my official picks with units and everything tomorrow morning. So if you want to give me a follow there, you'll see all my bets. So last week we had Jan taking on Dishevali. Made a savvy bet in the first fight. Sorry, we're gonna go from not the first fight, the main card, to the first fight of the night. So we won Merab, lost Volkov. I can't believe I switched off of Krylov. I thought the 3-round fight instead of the 5-round fight would be good for Span. Hit a nice underdog pick on Jonathan Martinez. Batista, easy money, first round submission. Lost on Anton. Carl Williams, Davey Grant, that was close. That was my pick of the week. He had to get that crazy submission in the third round. Cedricus Dumas lost, which was not great, but I don't think we bet on that one. Victor Henry beat Tony Gravely. Wow. Lipsky beat Aldrich. Bruno Silva won against Tyson Nam. And Carlston Harris won. So by far, that might be my worst money line show ever. That's insane. We went 7-6 on the money line. That's just brutal. Kind of crazy. But betting wise, we finished up. Hit the Mario Bautista submission under 2.5. Davey Grant. Petrino versus Anton, that was a surprise. It went the distance. Nice underdog hit on Martinez. Nice underdog hit on Marab. Romanov looked like Dookie. Should have looked at the weigh-ins before, because he looked different. He definitely looked different. And then Carl Williams that hit. So overall, not a bad week of gambling, but yeah, and the money lines, that's gonna hurt the percentage, the win percentage. We've got UFC 286. I live in the Central Time Zone, so it looks like it's starting at 11:30 a.m. 4 p.m. is the main card. That's kind of crazy. All right, first fight of the night, we got Juliana Miller taking on Veronica Hardy. Juliana Miller, 3-1. I have her at 3-1 professionally. UFC has her at 4-1. Whatever. 1 fight win streak. Definitely looks to be improving. She's taking on Veronica Hardy, who's on a 1 fight losing streak. She is thus far 1-4 in the UFC. She's coming back off of a layoff. I think Juliana Miller is the pick for the money line here. Do not bet minus 435 on Juliana Miller. I mean, I think she's going to win this fight, but it's all going to come down to, like, if she's able to grapple effectively. I'm going to say yes. I think if it's a stand-up fight, it could get close. I think a decision is likely, too. That's another thing. I think the decision is likely. Maybe I gotta exit a tab. Damn. Do you think Draftkings is just slow because of traffic from March Madness? Alright. Odds makers, Miller's a heavy favorite. They do not think this fight's going to go the distance. Minus 165. Did Miller have a knockout in her debut? Yeah. I don't know. I feel like a decision. I mean, I think Veronica has been finished in the UFC twice, but I feel like I like the, maybe it's to go the distance. Just a little bit of, looks like a little value on there. As of right now, I am no bet. I do not think that's a wise fight to bet Juliana Miller. If you want to sprinkle Veronica Hardy at plus 50, you're a sicko. But I get it. I get it. Jai Herbert taking on Ludovic Klein. 12-4, Jai Herbert. Ludovic 19-4. Ludovic's on a 2-fight win streak. Good stand-up approach, good kicks, good power. Jai Herbert, 1-fight winning streak. He's fought some good fighters. He's a great striker. Good boxer, nice frame, right? 6'1", 77-inch reach. So that's a 4.5 inch reach advantage. A lot of things. I like Jai Herbert. I think he's a talented boxer. UFC. Yeah, Ilya, Francisco Trinaldo, 2nd round, 3rd round, respectively. I mean, those guys possess big-time power. Gosh. Ludovic looked great his last fight. That was against Mason Jones. I picked Mason Jones in that fight. Ludovic looked great. I think he's going to have the grappling advantage. Could be close on the feet, but if he could definitely hurt Jai Herbert too. I think it's I don't love the line. I'm gonna go with Ludovic minus 195, Jai Herbert plus 165. I would say the odds makers don't like this to go the distance. Yeah, minus 250. I like the minus 250. Parlays for some reason. But yeah, I think it ends inside the distance. I think Ludovic Klein probably gets the knockout victory. Odds makers agree. Joanne Wood taking on Luana Carolina. Joanne Wood is on a 3-fight losing streak. She's got a stacked resume, has been around for a while. Luana Carolina, she's on a 1-fight losing streak. We'll see how the fight plays out. Luana's got pretty good takedown defense on paper. I think Joanne Wood should just be the better overall fighter in this. Her output is typically pretty good. I think Luana, the way she wins this fight is she turns it into a really low volume point striking kind of fight, which is definitely possible against Joanne Wood. Who knows how cautious she's being. She might have gotten hurt in her last 2 fights. Or not hurt, but submitted. Yeah, submitted twice. I think Joanne Wood is the better fighter here. I think she should win this. But it's tough to trust her. Let's check it out. Joanne Wood is the favorite at minus 175. Odds makers like this to go to the distance. I agree. Yes, the decision is the most likely outcome for each fighter. If Joanne Wood shoots for takedowns, maybe she could get a submission. I don't think she really. She does shoot for takedowns. I don't really think she's gonna get those submission attempts off. So I like the decision for Joanne Wood. Jack Hadley taking on Malcolm Gordon. Jack Hadley is on a 1-fight win streak. Malcolm Gordon is on a 1-fight losing streak. Both of these guys are good fighters. I like watching both of these guys fight. Malcolm Gordon, his biggest issue is his durability, cardio. All 6 of his losses are inside the distance, even against Makayev, and that's what he does, right? He just kind of, that's been his MO the last 2 fights, Johnson and Gordon. He's going to shoot for those takedowns. He's going to kind of ride his opponent like a backpack. Whatever, a horse, you don't ride a backpack. He's going to be on their back like a backpack. And just kind of got worn out, right, in that 3rd round. But I thought he had a pretty good performance. Might have 4 KOs and 2 submission losses. So he gets hurt a lot, is the point. Yeah, 4 KO losses. Just gets hurt a lot. So I don't know. I got to go with Jack Hadley here, who I think is a good jiu-jitsu artist, is arguably better as a striker. If he does, fight where, like, Gordon's shooting for takedowns, he's fighting this match off of his back. I don't like that, but we'll see. What is Hadley's takedown defense? Yeah, it's not the best, and neither is Gordon's, but it's I think neither one of these guys wants to get taken down is kind of my point. But I'm going to roll with Jack Hadley minus 410. Just based on what we've seen historically, odds makers aren't going to like this one to go the distance. Yeah, minus 200. Probably like the Hadley KO. Oh, or submission. I guess they like submission. I don't know. Makhayev's great, and he got a third round submission. I know Hadley's pretty good too, but I think maybe there's some value on the KO there for Hadley. Christian Leroy Duncan taking on Dusko Todorovic. Christian Leroy Duncan. He's making his debut, yeah? Possesses a lot of power. Dusko. He's on a 1-fight win streak. He is 3-3 in the UFC. Hasn't been great. What he does really well is if he's able to grapple, get into a dominant position. He does have good ground and pound. That's where he's getting a lot of his KOs from. Does have strong ground and pound. If he's not able to take down Christian Leroy Duncan, it could be problematic for him. Could be a fight that's on the feet, and if it's there, Leroy Duncan's just going to be the better guy, and probably could hurt Todorovic in my opinion. But I'm going to go with Christian Leroy Duncan. Hold on one second. My friend says Purdue is tied. Oh, they're down 3. Wow. I mean, I'm not betting it. I mean, they're down 3. It's just their shot making in college basketball is just absolutely brutal, in my opinion. It's sure the effort's there. Schematically, I mean, I guess you could like what you're seeing. I think professional basketball is just, it's way better, like from a skill perspective, right? There's nothing like March Madness, but yeah, I mean, the shot making's brutal. To be down 3, I know there's 30-second shot clocks. Purdue's got the ball, a minute 40 left, so what is that, 100 seconds, 30. You potentially got 3 possessions left. Got to make 2 out of 3 or sink a 3-pointer. I don't like the odds for college basketball. You know what? I just talked to myself into a Farley Dickerson or whatever they are bet. Fuck! They're now minus 390. I got signed out. It might be a sign. I'm gonna chill out. Alright, no bet. Alright, Christian Leroy Duncan. I like him to KO Dusko Todorovic. It's a sign, right? Someone logged me out. I did one of the specials yesterday, and I was too busy today to look at it, but I did a special yesterday where it's like both of the 1 seeds had to win by 20 points, and Alabama was close, but they both did, so it worked out. Yeah, I'd say odds maker. Yeah, this is not going the distance. I think the KO for Christian Duncan. And it could be early, especially if Dusko's not able to get those takedowns in round one. It'll be interesting to see how both wear a long match if it does get to that point, but I like Christian Leroy in that fight. Lerone Murphy taking on Gabriel Santos. Lerone Murphy, he's coming into this fight on a 3-fight win streak. Gabriel Santos, UFC debut. Gabriel's dangerous kind of everywhere. Good on the mat. Possesses a little bit of power. Let's look at his Sherdog, because they don't have anything on him. Yeah, 7 out of 10 wins inside the distance. A couple of back-to-back knockout victories. Excuse me. Yeah, he's an exciting fighter. He's coming into this fight on a week notice from Brazil, flying over to London to take on Lerone Murphy, and it's a tough fight. I think Lerone Murphy, where he's weak, is maybe in the ground department, takedown defense. Probably doesn't want to roll on the mat with Gabriel Santos, but as far as striking goes, both of these guys are dangerous, but I think Lerone Murphy is really strong, powerful. As long as he's not taken down, I really like Lerone Murphy in this fight. So we're rolling with Lerone Murphy, who is a minus 180 favorite. Minus 180 favorite. I actually don't mind the odds there, considering the circumstances for Gabriel Santos. I don't think odds makers are going to like this to go. Minus 105 for now. Yeah, and I kind of like the KO at plus 275. Again, I will post my official bets on Twitter tomorrow morning, but if you want to give me a follow there. But yeah, that's where I'm leaning, is Lerone Murphy, maybe a knockout method of victory. The next fight we've got is Muhammad Makayev taking on Rafael Filo. Filo's coming off of the Dana White Contender Series. Decent fighter, had a nice KO victory, I think, on there. Muhammad Makayev, he's 3-0 in the UFC. Terrific wrestler. Just kind of grinds on his opponents. It's a tough debut. To me, it's a weird fight, right? Muhammad is definitely not fighting up, and that's no disrespect to Filo, but yeah, making your debut against a guy who's 3-0, calling to be the youngest, that he wants to be the youngest champion ever. It's just a weird fight. And maybe it is like he just can't get opponents to sign up to fight him, but persistent grappling, really good prospect, Muhammad Makayev. Gotta go with him here. I don't think the line's where we can touch it at minus 850. Odds makers don't like it to go the distance. I'd say maybe there's a little bit of value on that decision. Plus 165. Fight to go the distance, plus 140. Yeah, maybe there's a little bit of value there. I think Filo could avoid a submission. That's possible. I don't know. The decision kind of makes sense to me. Why bet anything on the money line when the return is so awful, I mean, just by comparison, I guess if you bet $1 on each of those bets, it's just, you're winning the same amount. You're risking so much less. So just be smart with that one. The next fight is Sam Patterson taking on Yanal Ashmus. Sam Patterson won on Dana White's Contender Series last year. He's making his debut. The dude's very tall, nice frame for the weight class. His jiu-jitsu is persistent. 3.26 submission attempts. He was getting taken down. He looked like throwing up those leg triangles. He looked like my dog licking its privates. He was like doing that, throwing up his legs in the rubber guard, getting in rubber guard. I mean, he is persistent with the submission attempts. Yanal Ashmus, he's power. I don't know. Sam Patterson, not very good in the striking department, in my opinion. He's getting hit more than he hits his opponent, so that's never good. But yeah, I mean, I guess I'm going to go with Sam Patterson. I got this superstition, like, when in doubt, bet on the home guy. I think Sam is a favorite, and I don't know how good he's gonna. Well, he's young. He'll get better, but I just don't know how good he is now. I think he's able to get the submission in this fight. Minus 265 though. Ooh. I'd say I like this to not go the distance. So do the odds makers. Minus 200, and then yeah, the submission. Odds makers agree. So Chris Duncan taking on Omar Morales. Chris Duncan, he's coming off a win on Dana White's Contender Series. He did have a loss as well. He lost to Vyacheslav Borshev via KO. I mean, he's tough. He's taken on Omar Morales, who's on a 2-fight losing streak. He's 1-3 in his last 4. Yeah, it's a weird fight. Chris Duncan, not a very good striker, gets hit, gets hurt. Omar Morales, big power, no volume. It's just hard to trust either fighter. I'm leaning towards Omar Morales just because Chris Duncan, we've seen him get hit a lot early, and he does tend to recover, but he gets dropped. And Omar, he hasn't really been knocking people out in the UFC, but he does possess big power. So if he's able to connect with Chris Duncan, it might be trouble. Yeah, I'm leaning towards Omar right now. So I guess I'm going to go with Omar. That's going to be my pick. Omar, it's a pick'em right now. Omar's minus 110. I mean, I don't think this fight's going to go the distance. The odds makers agree. I think it's going to be the Morales KO. I think he punches really hard, and although he hasn't, even though he hasn't been knocking people out in the UFC, I just don't think Chris Duncan and his defense is where it needs to be, and yeah, he's probably going to get hurt. The next fight we've got is Jack Shore taking on Makwan Amerikani. Makwan Amerikani, really good grappler. He's on a 1-fight losing streak, 2-5 in his last 7. Just an awful gas tank on this guy. Yeah, absolutely brutal gas tank. If you're not confident he can get that like round 1 finish, it's just like you can't put money on him. So I think this is a really good fight for Jack Shore. odds makers are going to agree. I think, given the gas tank of Makwan, something inside the distance is likely. I think it's safer, just because you're covering yourself for that, miracle submission in the first round by Makwan. Let's check the odds, though. Minus 490 for Jack Shore as the favorite. Fight to go the distance, no, is minus 185. Yeah, interesting. I'm going to go with Jack Shore in that fight. The next fight we've got is Marvin real quick. Holy shit. What the fuck? Virginia, they were the 1 seed and they lost to like UMBC in the first round. So this is going to be like the second time in tournament history, and it's happened both times. It's like in the last probably 10 years. I don't know. I don't know when the last time Virginia won was, but kind of crazy. 12, so I'm guessing Purdue fouled them. Alright, we'll keep an eye on it. Marvin Vettori taking on Roman Dolidze. Marvin Vittori's on a 1-fight losing streak. Last 2 losses were Whitaker and Izzy's 1 and 2 in his last 3, though. Roman Dolidze, he's on a 4-fight win streak. Let me adjust this so you can see both of these guys a little bit better. 4-fight win streak. Dangerous. I think he loses a lot of minutes, though. I think this is a really good matchup for Marvin Vettori. Roman Dolidze is dangerous. I think it's kind of like, I picked Jack Hermansson, so maybe I'm a little bit, salty about the last fight, but like, he didn't have really any answers for Jack Hermansson, and then he got that reverse calf slicer, and Jack couldn't get up, and he was just doing ground and pound from behind. If he's able to get Marvin into something crazy, could he beat him? Yeah, of course. I think Marvin's a really good fighter, well-rounded. I think he's going to be better on the feet here. Maybe not hold the same power, but have better output. Just maybe be more technical. And then I think he can stay safe on the ground with Roman Dolidze. I don't think he should go to the ground, but I think he can stay very safe. Jack Hermansson is a good ground fighter. Ooh, it's just a little, I thought the last fight was just, he got the, that position, and I guess it was ground and pound. So it was a KO technically, but, it was just kind of an indefensible position he put Hermansson in, and I don't see Marvin getting caught by anything like that. I really like Marvin in this fight. Probably a decision is what I would be inclined to pick. Marvin Vettori is the favorite at minus 255. Odds makers do like it to go the distance at minus 175. And Marvin Vettori via decision is what the odds makers favor. I agree. Jennifer Maia taking on Casey O'Neill. Jennifer Maia, she's heading into this fight on a 1-fight win streak, 3-4 in her last 7. Way better resume. Like, if we're looking at these two fighters, there's really no comparison for these two fighters. She's lost, her 4 losses that she's had. Caitlin Chukagian twice, Valentina Shevchenko, and Mannion Fiorot. Her path to victory here is grappling, right? She is a terrific grappler. She needs to get takedowns and get this fight to the mat. She's taking on Casey O'Neill, who doesn't have a great resume, but if she keeps this standing, I think she's going to look really good against Jennifer Maia. I'm going to say Jennifer Maia goes into this, and with the game plan, she's going to take down her opponent. So I'm going to go with the underdog pick in Jennifer Maia. I don't think Casey O'Neill is that good. I think she'll probably look good if this fight plays out on the feet. Even the threat of takedowns, I think, could really stifle Casey O'Neill's game plan. Jennifer Maia's at plus 150 as the underdog. Odds makers do like it to go the distance. I agree. I think I like the Jennifer Maia decision, where she just wrestles for 3 rounds. Is that actually going to happen? We got to wait and see. Gunnar Nelson taking on Brian Barberena. Gunnar Nelson, he's on a 1-fight win streak. Brian Barberena is on a 1-fight losing streak. Brian, I think this fight's pretty straightforward. I think Gunnar Nelson is obviously a much better grappler in this contest. I think Brian Barberena is dangerous on the feet. He's tough. Gotta like the volume. Brian Barberena's, he's not really my favorite, but a lot of people love him. I think he's a good fighter. And so Gunnar Nelson, he's got to get this to the ground. If he gets it to the ground, I think he'll have no problem beating Brian Barberena, probably getting a submission. But if this fight is taking place on the feet and Gunnar Nelson shooting for takedowns and he's not able to get them, it's going to be a problem. Barberena's takedown defense isn't great, but Gunnar Nelson, he doesn't have the best takedown approach. If all he's going to do is shoot, it might be easy to defend, but I do think stylistically this fight is really good for Gunnar Nelson. Brian Barberena gets taken down a lot. It has his takedown defense at 54%. He gets taken down a lot, so I think Gunnar Nelson gets you there. Maybe something inside the distance. Let's see. Gunnar Nelson is the favorite, minus 360. Fight to go the distance. Odds makers agree it's not going to go the distance. Gunnar Nelson submission is the popular pick. Whatever. You see it, plus 110. The other picks are higher. So odds makers agree. Gunnar Nelson submission. Our co-main event. This should be the fight. It's not going to be... I don't know if it's going to be night by where I am. 4 p.m. We had the time change. By the way, if you don't live in a place with time change, I'm jealous because it's not my thing. So, basically, I think normally now would be like 7:12, and we went through this time change last weekend, so now it would be like 7:12 is what it typically would be, but it's 8:12. So you're waking up earlier, you're going to sleep earlier. I don't know. But this fight, Justin Gaethje against Rafael Fiziev, it should be interesting, very entertaining. Justin Gaethje, let's first talk about him. Super entertaining fighter. Just, his fights are brutal. I mean, not so much like Charles. Khabib to a degree, but not so much Khabib. But Dustin, Chandler, Tony. Some of the recent fights, he's logged. They've been brutal, and not so much, not always for Dustin, right, or Justin. He looked great against Tony, but he did get dropped with that uppercut. He's taken a lot of damage. I don't know how. He does have that gift of power. He's just he carries tremendous power, but he gets hit a lot. And he's going up against someone who's really dangerous, and also gets hit, you can see, more than he hits, and does have a Muay Thai approach. I think he trains with Tiger Muay Thai. It's gonna be a brutal fight. You know what my least favorite part about watching like Gaethje Chandler were just those leg kicks where it looked awful. And I think we're going to see some awful leg kicks in this and get hurt. And then it's over. It's just going to be over. But I love Justin Gaethje. I want to see him continue to fight as long as he's willing to. I don't know at 155 anymore if he's going to be in that title picture. Charles, Dustin, arguably deserve title shots over him. If he beats Fiziev, I don't know. We've got Dariush, Volkanovski looked great. Justin hasn't fought Islam before, but this would be a huge step in getting back in that title picture for Justin. I don't know. Just such a deep division, such a good division, and I think Fiziev gets this done probably via knockout, so I'm going to roll with Fiziev. Fiziev is the favorite at minus 230. Kind of crazy seeing Justin Gaethje at plus 195. Odds makers agree this isn't going the distance, minus 175. And I like the Fiziev KO. That's what I like. So. And then the last fight of the night. We've got Leon Rocky Edwards taking on Kamaru Usman. We picked Kamaru in the last fight. Just thought he was the better overall fighter, and for 3 out of 5 rounds he was. For arguably, we all know what happened the last fight. Kamaru was on his way to probably winning 4 out of 5 rounds, and then he gets KO'd with less than a minute left. It was a awesome moment for Leon Edwards. It was absolutely incredible. It's just, given the tape we've seen and what we've seen in the first 2 fights between these two guys, Usman's just the better fighter. He's just the better MMA fighter. Leon's arguably a better boxer. It's so weird. Leon looked great in round 1, and he was even doing his own grappling to a degree, and then like, you can't use elevation as an excuse. You really can't use that as an excuse. I mean, if you do, like, if you're believing that, okay. I mean, I guess scientifically, yeah, elevation does play a part in, like, there's less oxygen, right, at higher altitudes, so it does wear you out more. But it's just, like, Leon was there for a couple weeks, and I don't know. There just isn't going to be any excuses this time around in London. I think Kamaru wins this fight, probably dominates it, like he was doing in the last fight. Yeah, give me Kamaru Usman. I'd say a decision is what I like. But Kamaru's just, I think he's obviously a special fighter, but odds makers have Kamaru as the minus 245 favorite. Damn, Fairleigh Dickinson Knights. That's brutal if you're Purdue. That is absolutely brutal. Guard play is important in the tournament. So, I mean, odds makers like it to go the distance. I tend to agree. I like the Kamaru decision. Would you have been safe if you bet that the last time? Over 4.5? Yeah. Yeah, you would have been. So, I mean, I guess I like that over 4.5, minus 190. I think Kamaru wins it. And I think he does it in convincing fashion. I think this is like a... It's not really the same, but I think it's like a Pena Nunez kind of moment, you know? I think Kamaru's going to come in here and just really outclass Edwards. Oh, and I got to end the Twitter poll. Let's see what y'all thought. You agree? Kamaru Usman, the winner. The winner. Congratulations, you won. Whoever answered that. That's the correct answer. Alright, let's check trending topics. Fair dick. Dick up. You know how they say boil up? Dicks up. Alright, FDU. Purdue. That's brutal. That is brutal. Let's check under trending. Purdue. Matt Painter. Hang on, scam likely. Hello? Damn. I was hoping we could mess with them. Matt Painter cooking up a 5-point play. Zach Edey is the center, right? That's tough. Lance Reddick. He died? Damn. R.I.P. Lance Reddick. Hey, time is valuable. I don't know. What is it? It's all gonna be probably March Madness stuff? Anything in the news? Why is Derek Chauvin back in the news? Whatever. How did the markets do? How did our memes do? I see BBY there. How did the memes do? BBBY. What? Why is it down that much after hours? Reverse. Effect on authorized but unissued shares of common stock. Currently, we are authorized to, in our amended and restated certificate of incorporation, to issue up to a total of 900 million common shares. Shares of common stock. The total number of authorized shares of common stock will not change as a result of the reverse stock split. As of March 15, 2023, we had 335 million shares of common stock outstanding, 46 held in treasury, so that was what they could use to raise capital. And the reverse stock split would have an effect of reducing the number of outstanding shares of common stock held in treasury and the number effectiveness. Reverse stock shares of common stock are not issued outstanding. I'm not sure. China and Ukraine. So I saw Ukraine's presidents like kicking. I mean, I think they're some sort of Christian, Orthodox Christians, but they're like, he's like forcibly having monks abandon their monasteries and stuff. It's kind of weird. House oversight reveals bank records show that Biden associate Rob Walker used his company Robinson Walker LLC to transfer money from a Chinese energy company to Hunter Biden, James Biden, Haley Biden, and an unknown Biden. I mean, wasn't Hunter employed by like some Ukrainian energy company for $500,000 a year on salary? Like, just weird stuff. Just totally unacceptable. Why is Bill Clinton trending? A left-wing terrorist who bombed the Capitol building was pardoned by Clinton and now fundraises for BLM. Well, Bill Clinton was Jeff Epstein's best buddy. Photo to be of Trump inside Epstein Island compound. That looks like Bill Clinton. What the fuck? This is weird. Alright, let's get off of that. 1 BTC. Alright. I don't know. I think we got to call it a night. Maybe let's look at NBA. Parlay the Bulls and the parlayed the Bulls and the Grizzlies, didn't I? The fucking Grizzlies are down big. What the fuck? Is that what I did? I did the Bulls and Cavs. Because the Cavs were, I think, at minus 450 and the Grizzlies were like minus 300 or something, but still. Alright, let's see. The Hawks came back. They're leading Golden State. Might sprinkle a little on Golden State. Cavaliers are up big. Spurs are up big over Memphis. Maybe I'll take Memphis plus 16.5. Bulls are minus 180. I'll take a stab on them. Pelicans are heavy favorites at this point. I like the Celtics. I don't know what's going on with Dallas, but they don't seem to be very good as of late. I'm going to just do... Let's do that. I just parlayed the Bulls and the Celtics here. I also did a round robin. But I don't think that's going to work out. Because I had the Warriors and now... We'll see. We'll see. Alright, that's going to wrap up the show. Again, if you don't already, give me a follow on Twitter. Right there. Give me a follow there. I'll post my official picks tomorrow morning. Have a happy Friday, everyone. Have a happy St. Patrick's Day. Stay safe out there. Don't be doing no belligerent behavior, okay? Time is valuable. Don't be dumb. Try and get better every day.